Okay, we're recording. All right, we're gonna do a clap check. 3, 2, 1.
Did you set the camera right?
I think so. Yeah.
When I was sitting down, you said it.
Yeah, I said it while you were
Just
getting ready.
checking.
That's why I asked
Because,
you.
like, my head
That's
is
why I
like-
asked you to sit down.
the top of my camera.
And that's why I asked you to sit how you're gonna sit. You're sitting like that. I asked you.
Okay. I thought you as the professional filmmaker, you would know that people don't stay in one spot like that.
Well, my camera's perfectly fine for me, but
yeah, because
I asked you to stay still.
I get it, man. Because it's your POV. You want it to be perfection, and then when it's not yours, you're like, I don't care.
That is totally not true. But welcome, guys, to the third episode. No, it's the second episode.
Second episode.
Welcome to the second episode of the Weird Friends podcast. I am your host, Daniel.
And I am your co-host, Jan.
And this... What?
I heard that. I heard my lisp for a second.
Josh.
Jan.
Jans. This is Jans.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a while. We're trying to do this weekly, and we thought this was gonna be easy, but clearly we're still busy because
we're still trying to figure out the release date.
Yeah, and
Video.
honestly, because we're probably gonna end up starting this anyways, but editing this podcast was a lot harder than expected.
Oh my!
Because guys, like we thought this was gonna be easy. We thought it was gonna be super simple. Yeah, it's simple, but it's stress.
It's time
consuming because you gotta sit there and watch every cut.
Yes.
And we do this. We did this
God.
podcast for like an hour or so.
You gotta watch a whole hour and like cutting
Yeah.
it, switching camera angles.
So I'm thinking next time, or at least in the near future, I would like to get us a switcher. Just something that's
Yeah.
easier, so then when we have a second or third person that's here, they can at least switch the cameras. Like right now, we don't technically have anybody today. Our friend Trish is, I believe, is out, probably hanging out with somebody.
Cameraman left.
Yeah, they're currently busy at the moment, so it's cool. We're trying to do this ourselves, anyways. This is our podcast, so we can't make up
They come
any
here to help
excuses.
because they
and-
wanted to. You know.
Yeah, so, but yeah, I'm hoping that at least with a switcher, it'll be a lot easier for us because then we can just like, switch
Yeah.
back and forth while one of us is talking, the other one's not talking, and all we had to do is just match the audio. Like, you would think this would be easier. Like,
Yeah, I thought it was easy.
so for those who are listening, on the podcast, we're talking about for our YouTube videos that we post. We do post a YouTube video along with the podcast itself, and now, for me personally, when I edit the podcast, I make sure I edit the video first, and then I convert I take basically the audio of my edited podcast and put that into the Spotify because we're gonna be editing this anyways. I'm gonna probably be cutting like some parts out, or you'll be cutting some parts that we don't want to talk about or mention.
Or like when we have technical difficulties.
Yeah, so when we have to blend it, we don't have to re-edit it for Spotify. We can just have them both at the same time and then have it done.
You know what I didn't realize about editing is that there are parts that we have to completely cut off, and that takes time off the whole hour that we were trying to do. Because our goal was like an hour 30 for our like regular episode podcast, but during that time we had to cut some part of the video off because like, oh, we gotta talk to the cameraman saying, hey, the camera battery about to die, or
Well, that's what sucked too, because when we used another camera before I got my new R here. I was letting Jans use my Canon T7. Was it T7 or Ti or something like that? It's a very basic camera, Canon, and it was doing its job, but clearly the battery doesn't last long as the R series because it's got a LP battery. No, yeah, yours has the LP battery. Mine has the EN. I might be completely off. I apologize. But yeah, my batteries basically last longer, so these should be good, and these should stay recording for at least 30 minutes. So I'm hoping we can keep an eye on it and we can at least see like the monitors if the cameras are recording or not. So if it ends up not recording, we'll just do a little pause and then just
and I guess that's
this is a learning progress for us.
Yeah,
and
it's like
this is new, so we're trying to get into the feel for it. especially for me, honestly, like on this one, because I know you mentioned before, Jan's got a little upset and probably jealous because when I was recording my other podcast for the Passion Project, he goes, Daniel, how are you so more comfortable on your other podcast, but you're not this one?
It's true.
Now let me explain, okay? So the reason is because obviously in the Passion Project, it's more of an interview style. I have certain things that I want to ask people when I'm asking them questions about them. For you and me, we're not really doing so much of interviewing. We're just kind of talking about either our day or we have specific topics, but you know, I'm obviously I'm fucking up on the whole topic creating.
You, but yeah, you come up with topics and questions for your Passion Project. But when it comes to again, you put zero minimum effort for your topic. You put zero topics. Every time you come here, you have no topic.
Because again, I'm still trying to figure out
Before we start this podcast, this episode right now, he was looking for topics. He had zero topics.
Yeah, I had no topics, guys. But I'm still trying to figure out, obviously, what this is gonna be about.
Because anything, bro.
That's what I'm saying. But like, I don't want to just end up talking about literally anything. I would like for us to talk about something very interesting, something that actually can touch on the matter for people, or even like important topics in the world.
I mean, yeah.
But like, I don't want to just be like, I picked up dog shit. You know?
No, of course not anything.
You know,
like,
like
I'm not gonna talk about, I went my ass with my left hand today,
like,
not my right.
So for those of you who don't know, like I have a Passion Project, and I talk about I interview basically other people that are doing passionate things. Like I just posted one about Roses from Concrete, Sharitha Davis. I have a second one that's gonna be coming out soon with Tabor Photos, and Jan's got to help film that, which was pretty cool. It's gonna be in a new studio, so I don't know if this episode is gonna be out before that video or if this video is gonna be out after. It depends, because we still have the other video we gotta finish too before this. So I don't know. I guess like I said, it's not that I don't know. I'm honestly horrible. It's hard. Like,
it's hard, bro. Dude.
I work literally from 8 till almost 6, 7 at night, because I do commission job for my thing, and I just don't have a whole lot of time for me, you know. And then I get tired at the end of the day, and I know that's shitty excuse, but honestly, because it's hard. Not to mention we have to edit these on top, so we don't really get the time to think about it. I'm trying to do music, and then I have, you know, like these film projects that I want to get onto that I haven't got to start. Like I have this short film still waiting for me and Alex to get back onto, so then we can start creating something. But we haven't gotten the chance to do that yet, you know, because I'm trying to do so much. I want to do these podcasts because I feel like this is fun. It's very organic and it's raw for us to just talk about our feelings, or just talk about things in general. Talk about bullshit, you know, random stuff. And even if this doesn't have to be a funny podcast, it doesn't have to be a serious. It could be anything we want, obviously, because this is our podcast. We can do it however we want. We can control it. I just like to talk, and I want to get into. I know we talk a lot. Obviously, we're comfortable talking, but obviously now that we're trying to record talking, it's different, because now we have to actually make it look good for us. Because usually me, we just talk about stupid shit.
Yeah.
Dumb, random.
You need to. I feel, I get what you mean.
Put the mic closer.
It's just you put too much like thought into it when it really shouldn't be too much thought.
Yeah, but I'm a perfectionist. That's why you should know that.
Yes.
I want things to look good. Why do you think I invested another art?
And it looks good.
We're going for quality, guys. Quality for the podcast.
Quality, but
when it comes to conversation, you guys like and subscribe for the podcast.
When it comes to conversation, like for us. You know, we made this podcast for us to experience, to show people.
You want me to just be real?
No, it should. Look, we made this podcast to show people how we are, and how we communicate, and how we open up our shit. And we talk about politics. We need to talk about politics.
We're not talking about politics.
Talk about politics.
I am no political guy.
Yeah, me neither. Religion, look, I don't want to talk about that either. But hey. People see aliens in the north and fucking
true.
I want to know about
crazy.
That shit. They found a hidden pyramid. I want to talk about it.
Where was that at?
No, I'm just making shit up.
Oh, okay. I thought you said that actually happened.
Oh, Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg is about to
fight.
Bro,
that fight. Let's
talk about that. Like, these stuff, like these common modern time things. Let's talk about it.
I mean,
hear
we
all the
can.
time.
We can.
Might as well talk about it.
I'm just, it's just hard for me to know because like I'm not on social media as much. Like again, I'm for those of you guys who are listening and watching, I took a break. I mentioned this on the last episode of the podcast that I'm taking a break from social media. Now, granted, I do go on now and then so I can help re-upload these and post these for the podcast and just to share this, but I get off of social media right after. So really the only time I ever have my phone is when I'm texting you guys. Like that's the only time I ever use my phone anymore. Mm-hmm. And I watch YouTube still, but I watch a lot of gaming stuff still. Like I only watch gaming or I watch like the new Marvel Secret Invasion. Like I don't really do a whole lot unless I go out, but not even that I like doing anymore.
But
like
you go out almost every day, bro.
Not every day. Once in a while. Nah. Like yesterday, so whenever this podcast comes out, what's today?
Like tomorrow. You're going to the beach tomorrow.
July 21st. I want to say happy birthday to Sharitha Davis.
Happy birthday.
Her birthday was just last night. Yeah. We had a lot of fun. Jans didn't get to come with us, but we had a lot of it was a lot of fun. I got to go watch the Barbie movie, which was
Chad, man.
Bro, no, honestly, I became a Ken that night.
You became a Ken?
I became a Ken.
Oh my god.
I'm honestly not happy the way they made Kens because they made the Kens very dumb. And they betrayed them as a dumb Ken, but I don't want to spoil a lot. This is not going to be a spoiler for anything. I promise I won't spoil the film. But I did like the comedy. I liked a lot of the humor that they had. Ryan Gosling did amazing. He was funny as fuck. 10 out of 10, I would say. Margot Robbie? Margaret Robbie?
Don't know anybody, bro.
Fuck, I'm gonna say. Right here. I'm not trying to say her name wrong. Hold on, let me look it up real quick. She did amazing. The acting was very corny. It was corny but really good. I'm not gonna lie. There was some really like cheesy moments in the film where she was kind of getting chased and none of the cast, none of the people can like catch her. So it was like a scene. Margot Robbie.
Okay, so wait.
Margot Robbie. I feel so dumb saying her name.
This whole movie, like, what was it about? Like,
so it's
without spoiling it, like,
yeah, I don't.
Explain basically, it like, is it like one of those movies where like, is there a villain?
There is an antagonist. There is an antagonist,
and this person like.
It's a plot twist.
Attacking the world, the family.
In a way, yes.
The world.
In a way, yes.
Okay, so, and then what, Barbie the hero?
Let's just say Barbie world does end up being different.
Okay, so
things change.
Being happening as like an overview of toys, of a girl playing with little toys, and then this little toys become to live action.
That's what's the crazy part is it's supposed to be like, I guess, a different world, and whatever happens in the Barbie world, it ends up happening in the real world.
Okay.
And but it's more of like toys. Okay. And they get made as toys. But it's crazy because there's a lot that's happening. The guy from I'm gonna say this wrong again, but Shang-Chi. The main actor is also in this film, and they did a whole dance routine. My guy did a dance routine. He was flexing. They did this weird power thing where like the Kens have this aura or this energy of having a sexy body or some shit. So when they're going like this towards each other, like there's glitter blows up in the and shit. I was like, yo, that's so extra.
That's so dummy funny.
Apparently a lot of people were watching the Barbie movie and the other film at the same time, or like back to back on each other.
The other film?
Ophemere. I might be butchering it again.
Ophemere. Oh yeah, you told me about. I don't know what the hell that is, bro.
I don't know if I've actually seen the trailer of the film. It's supposed to be really good though.
I'm talking about movies. Did you hear about that one movie about sex trafficking? The Sounds of Silence, Sounds of Freedom, some shit like that.
No. What is that?
Oh yeah, you're not on social media. So a movie came out called Sounds of Freedom, or that talks about sex trafficking.
Any celebrities? Any big celebrities?
Cannot name anyone. But
so are these supposed to be like a whole new actors in this? All new actors or something?
I haven't seen the movie myself, but I should know about it. The thing that what's funny about this is that every movie theater that's released this movie, each theater has a problem.
The
Like,
theater?
yeah, like, oh, the air condition of that room that playing Sounds of Freedom is not working. Oh, in another theater, the lights gotta be are on to watch the movie the whole time. Oh, playing a whole different sound while watching the movie, or
So you're saying like
people are
there's
spraying like the employees are spraying like fart spray around the whole theater, so people don't want to be there and watch the movie.
the
Every theater has
employees.
some shit
But
for that one movie.
why are the employees doing something
I
involved in
don't know.
this?
I've never seen the movie, so I figured like they're trying to like uncover some shit up.
That's weird.
There's a lot of like controversy with.
You don't know what
movie.
the film is called?
No, I mean Donald Trump filmed it, and after he filmed it, he said over.
All right. Well, if you don't know it, if anyone in the comments can let us know what this film is called,
gotta watch it.
I want to check it out because I would love to know what this is about. But that's crazy.
Even Donald Trump, after he won, he showed like he gave like a kind of like an open premiere for it, I guess.
Did he?
Like
He
set up like a whole like movie.
Wasn't
set
there
for
a
everybody
candidate event? Or the I mean, I know we're not gonna get into the political stuff, but wasn't there a voting?
I don't know.
The president
I don't know, but
that passed. I don't know.
When Donald Trump gave speech, he said that he can make it to a point where if you are part or leader of a sex trafficking, you will receive the death penalty.
Oh,
Yeah.
can he do that?
If he becomes president, Donald Trump, he's that one president that
So he's trying to scare people from not
from
getting
doing,
into sex trafficking,
Yeah.
being a sex predator.
he,
So
he said that I guess he thinks
any
that
future sex predators out there better be careful
You
because
better
you
pack it
think you
Because
gonna fuck around.
one thing
they'll fuck you
about
up.
Donald Trump is that everything he said he was gonna do, he did.
True. I mean, you ain't wrong. He did do a lot for the country and helped bring a lot of the business. But
I'm not.
he's also
I'm not agreeing with everything Trump do or
Well,
agreeing with
no.
anything with Joe Biden do. But the thing I don't like about Joe Biden, I saw a video about Joe
he's
Biden.
just old as fuck.
Is that this dude who was like having I guess like a little interview with a news lady. The news lady like, oh my god, I always wanted to meet you, this and that, blah blah blah. And then he's like, but what do you think about this and this? The Joe Biden was like, well, I like to. Okay, well, you see, yeah. So that's what I thought. Well, okay.
What?
Yeah.
Is that what he says?
But you see, but there, well, yeah, I do agree. And it, like the whole time, no cuts, no like edits. That's the whole interview.
So he doesn't.
He
wait,
just can't finish a sentence or anything, bro.
What the heck?
He's old.
And that's our president?
That's our president.
That's our president, guys. Like,
The guy who can never like keep
I don't
speaking
know.
with like
I don't know.
flashcards.
This country is a little. I don't know if I feel safe in the country anymore. I think it's time for us to leave, go to somewhere different,
Just
maybe
funny, bro.
Paris or something. Well, that's crazy though. I mean, I guess it's whatever. I know we should probably care about that, but I'm not really a political person,
I'm not
anyways. So
political,
it's hard to.
Damn, not me.
It's hard to really get into stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool. It's whatever, I guess. But yeah, I guess we'll just move on that. So I want to talk a little bit about the AI situation that's been happening.
About
Because I don't know if you've heard, like a lot of AI has been improving a lot and implementing a lot in our lives. A lot of people are using AI for a lot of different situations and different things, like creating emails, or they're needing help with topics. Honestly, I probably should have used AI to create some topics. In fact, I'm gonna do that right now while we're doing this.
sponsoring right now.
No, they don't get no sponsor. Now, if ChatGPT want to sponsor us, I would love that because I use ChatGPT.
Okay, well here's a segment. He will look up
I'm gonna look
up
up some,
5 topics for a podcast about weird things, and we're gonna make 5. We're gonna talk about all
Topics.
5 topics.
about
For how long we don't know, but
weird things
we'll figure it out.
for podcasts. Let's just see what that comes up. Okay, so it says here are some weird topics that can make it for an interesting
Pick
podcast.
5. Pick the first one.
So so the first one says bizarre conspiracy theories. Explore strange and outlandish conspiracy theories like lizard people, flat Earth, or secret societies.
My turn to look for something. Yeah, I feel like you guys should look up for like
I mean, I
A
did
topic
use.
name.
I mean, I just typed in topics for weird things about weird things. See, topics about weird things for podcasts. That's literally all I typed in. The other ones are unexplained mysteries, cryptid and mystical creatures, strange phenomena, odd historical events, mysterious disappearance, supernatural encounters, anomalies of the natural world, strange rituals and traditions, odd scientific experience, and that's it.
Okay.
That's, I mean,
Here goes one. Did
I
you
don't
guys,
even
did
know.
you hear about that one? Fuck, this is what I hate about not knowing names. Well, I'm just not good with them. But here's a horror. Here's the horror story of each episode. But here's the horror story for this one.
Okay, to what?
So I heard of a story about a man who went hiking on who knows where, but it was a forest that has mountains on it.
That sounds like almost every forest.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a forest, but not every
From the
forest has
Rockies.
mountains. Like the Florida forests don't have mountains. They got rivers,
Yeah,
and swamps, but no
Yep.
forest.
kind
No
of
mountains.
hillish.
But this man was hiking, and then he went from going uphill to
Mhm.
downhill. So when he was going downhill in the forest, he ended up tripping and landing on his ankle, and he twisted his ankle.
Oh,
So now he's injured and he can't walk as normal. So the trip for him to get from point A to point B and from point B to point A is like he would like set for walking a normal walk to get there from day to night, like
okay.
for the nighttime. So now he like, oh damn, I went to point B. Now I gotta go back to point A so I could get to my car and go home.
So he's got to walk back
So
up.
he's in mid range from point B and point A. So he's in the middle. And he just went downhill and he injured himself. Now he got to walk from that middle to A.
Damn.
And then he got to walk even slower, but he's going downhill. He got a messed up ankle.
Mm.
So he got to use a stick to lean on.
Okay.
So when he started going downhill on this mountain, he realized the sun is going down quicker than he thought it would go.
Okay.
So he's like, damn, I got to move faster, but I can't. I'm moving slower than usual, so I'm not going to make it in time. So he decided that instead for exceeding himself with walking as fast as he can, he
Mhm.
decided to sit down by a tree and relax and take a breather.
Okay.
Because he knew that no matter what, the night will come and he can't escape at this point.
Did he fall asleep there?
No. He catches rest and the sun's setting down to the point where like the half of the sun is by the horizon.
Mm-hmm.
At that moment, he takes out a bottle of a canteen out of his bag and drank it, and then he took out a picture of his wallet and saw a picture of his wife and his son.
Sounds very typical.
Yeah, typical story, right?
But typical story.
But he heard twigs cracking.
Oh, so someone was
So-
walking around.
Yeah, so he thought it was a deer, so he looked. He's like, oh, like and nobody there. Like,
Okay.
so he got back up and started walking, and then what happened is that he said that he hearing these twigs from right to left. So he was going to these I guess it was like oak wood trees. So you know how oak wood trees are like a lot. They're multiple. In
Mm-hmm.
one section they'd be like, if you say a place that a human haven't really touched and there's pure oak wood trees, it would be like a whole bunch of sticks all around. It
Mm.
looks like sticks or like poles standing up. So you can't really see what's ahead of you because there's multiple trees blocking the view. But you can see it if there's a way to go forward.
Oh wow.
So he started going forward, and then as soon as he started getting in there, you will get lost in these type of trees. Because think about it as straight line grass.
Mm-hmm.
Think about a whole patch of grass, and all this grass is like straight up. It's not like bending a bit. No, it's straight up. And then think about those grass as oak wood trees. So if you say you're an ant and you're in one beginning of the grass patch, and you want to see all the way straight, you can't. But you could walk all the way straight.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta walk by the tree on the grass. Now that's what he got to do. He got to walk by the trees. But there's a way forward. That's where he come from.
Okay.
But the trees are blocking the view to see forward.
Mm-hmm.
So he's walking through these trees, and then he looks to the left, and then he sees a black figure go from the tree and hide. And then he like,
What?
he like, what? Because this black figure, this is
Oh hell
this is
no!
a tree, and he sees something going like this, and then hiding behind the tree.
Oh hell
So,
no! I'd be scared.
He
I
went
would've
to go
fucking
check
ran.
on it. Well, not really check on it. What he did is like he saw the tree over there, and instead for going straight and look to see if whatever that was, he started moving to the side to go around the tree to see
If
what
he's
was
still
behind
there.
the tree, and there was nothing behind the tree.
Oh hell no!
So
I hate seeing
that
stuff
kind of
like
blew
that.
his like the goosebumps.
That's crazy.
So this man will continue walking this path and walking this path. He hearing these twigs cracking. Now hearing more and more and more, and to the point where now it's pitch black outside.
I would have been so scared.
Now he only has a flashlight.
I would have been so scared.
He on a flashlight, walking on a pole, like leaning on one leg because the other leg is all messed up, and he's sweating and there's mosquitoes and now he's agitated. He's freaking out. There's owls, there's noises, and you don't know what's going around.
Somebody's probably hunting him.
And then
The dude can't defend himself.
he moves forward and he sits down. And then when he sits down on the ground by this tree, he said,
Are you still in the shot?
Yeah.
Really? So you over here guys? Jans was not even in the shot, and he's over here telling the story, and he's not even paying attention.
Oh,
like,
well, you got your reaction for the listener.
it's okay.
Okay.
I apologize for those who are watching the podcast.
Okay, but he sits down.
We have 3 minutes.
Relax. Okay, he sits down and relax, and he took another glass of water. Not glass of water, the canteen,
Mm-hmm.
and drank it, and he left it on his side. And then he took out the photo and looked at the photo again. And what happened? He saw the photo, and there was trees behind the photo, and he saw a black figure again behind.
So
that
he was
black
being
figure.
watched even way back
So
then.
this mystical ghost spirit, whatever, was able to get into that photo and appear behind the tree of that photo.
Oh, so it
So-
wasn't with him this whole life?
No, it's like this spirit. And then when he looked down to grab his canteen was no longer there, and he saw a black figure move from the side of the tree back behind the tree he was in, leaning his back on.
What the
He stood up
fuck?
right away, and it completely like forget all his bag and everything, and like walked out, rushed with one leaning on one leg, like jumping on one leg, and made it to the end, got to his car and left.
That's crazy.
He came back and there was nothing left, and he came back to the location where his bag was, and there was nothing there.
That's crazy. That's crazy. What would you do in that situation?
Pitch black, ankle broken, my canteen got stolen right away. Something appeared in a picture that I had in my wallet for a long period of time, and there's something that never been there and appeared out of nowhere that I kind of saw. I'm dropping the picture. I'm dropping everything. I'm gone.
Gone.
Just like him. You ain't catching me.
Just disappears. All right, we got 2 minutes.
Well, we got 2 minutes, so we're gonna take a short minute break. Here comes the commercials.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. All right, let's go hit the
Today's
button.
sponsor is Duke and Danes. Do you want a cold refreshment? Drive a 4-150-20. Driving 4-150 make you feel like you want to drink a Duke and Dane.
Ready? It's up right now. Okay, we are back. Got everything recorded again. We are smooth. We are chilling. So, let's talk about. Obviously, I mentioned before, I finally got a camera.
Yeah.
Another Canon R. I'm really excited. That's what we're using to film this camera because I've been wanting to get another camera anyways. Especially now that I get to film. And I know you're probably excited to use a Canon R since you won't have to use the other cheap camera. You excited?
Yeah, it's because, bruh.
You think
As
you're
much as I love the camera you let me use, and then I got used to it, there was the one problem that kind of mattered the most was getting a clear picture. Because the camera I was using, the display would show I got a clear picture, but the moment I download it to my phone or to my computer to edit a picture, it's all blurry.
It's the autofocus on
So
that.
like for me to give the best I can was impossible because when I thought I was giving the best I can, my camera was telling me a different
Are
way.
you still wanting to do photography?
Yeah, I mean, as a hobby, I guess.
What kind of photography?
Anything.
Like anything? You'd shoot squirrels?
Hey, if I feel
Naked
I
people?
See, hey,
You said
we
anything,
met,
right?
We met. Hey, we.
But
you
as a
don't know?
hobby? You do it as a hobby.
Pay
So
me.
if but so it's a job then. It's a business.
I mean,
You said it's a
everything
hobby
is
though.
Hobby, you go get paid for a hobby too.
No, you don't. That's not.
I
what
could go
hobbies mean.
fishing and sell fish, and
A
I
hobby.
make money off
You
of
know
it.
what?
And that's a hobby.
You know that for a hobby, it's more for just the joy of the enjoyment of doing it.
I enjoy fishing.
Business is you're
and
not.
I
It's when you're
can
inputting
eat
money.
Fish and sell one fish.
No, I think that's
I
that's
enjoy
completely
fishing.
that's
I do it for
completely
a hobby.
different concept.
I don't fish for a business. I don't fish for money. But if a person wants my fish and they want to buy it from me,
then
I'm
business is involved. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what it is. So it's a business
but it's
thing.
still a hobby.
Okay, guys, let me know in the comments what you think, because I
Yeah,
think Giants
It's
is.
still a hobby.
I think Jans is completely wrong about
No.
this.
You just want me to go straight business. No, I can do a
Well,
hobby.
I mean, it is business though. Like,
I
that's how it
can
is.
be doing my hobby and still do a business effort.
Okay, well, you guys let me know, because I'm pretty sure it's not. But
I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm right here.
do you want to still do Are you just wanting to do photography, or you wanting to learn to do video?
I want to do video.
For what?
I
What kind
told
of
you
video?
my video. You see,
What kind of video? I'm
my
asking.
mentor. I tell him this and he still forgets.
Okay, well,
But,
no, I might know, but I want the viewers to
You
know.
might know. Okay.
I want the listeners to know. So go ahead, explain. The
Welcome back
listeners.
to who? Sorry, I forgot. Welcome back to I Want to Be a Millionaire. Question 1.
What?
Did Jance want to be a filmmaker first or a photographer? Or C?
Wait, why are you asking me this?
No.
I'm asking you.
Here's the question. As my mentor, who I taught,
Oh,
I told him this already. He remembers.
All right, guys. Looks like Jans wants to put me on the spot instead of him talking by himself. He wants me to figure
On this episode,
out.
Who Wants to Be the Millionaire?
Oh, jeez.
What did Jance want to do first? A. Be a photographer. B. Be a filmmaker. C. Be a porn star. Or D. None of the above. Which one is that?
Well, obviously you can't do porn star. You don't got the physique for. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I know you wanted to do photography. That's for
You
sure.
got 50 seconds.
Photography.
You okay with the answer?
I'm okay with the answer.
Are you sticking with the answer?
I'm sticking with the answer.
I wanted to do filming first. But
Okay.
I realized that maybe photography would be easier for me to learn first.
Okay.
And then do filming.
Okay.
So you see, you didn't.
Well,
know.
what made you want to do
But
filming?
You guys, I wanted to do video first.
Can you tell me why? Tell me why. Tell us why you want to do video.
First of all, well, filming kind of came in second. Video, what I wanted to get into for YouTube. I wanted to learn about lighting, shutter speed.
Well, what kind of
the
videos do you want to do?
lens.
What kind of videos do you want to do?
I don't know yet.
So you just want to make videos? Just
Well,
like you have no
my
inspiration?
life have never been.
Is there anybody in that you inspired?
Can you let me explain?
Oh,
you
I'm
keep-
sorry,
You
I'm
walk
sorry.
talking over me, bro.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I'm trying to explain.
Okay, go ahead.
Why I don't have a specific.
Okay, here,
choice.
I'll move the mic. Tell me.
We're weird friends. But I want to do. Well, not. I want to do video.
Oh.
Me personally.
Oh, now you don't want to do video.
Oh, look, he talking
Oh.
over me again. But
I
look,
just had to catch that.
no. I want to
Go ahead,
correct
continue.
myself because I did not want to start the conversation like that.
Okay.
The way I wanted to start my conversation was, me personally, myself, and I
Mm-hmm.
never had really a specific thing I wanted to do. I always had trouble with that. You know, you are 27,
Mhm.
or 28, or 20, or probably 30. I don't know, but you already have your life figured out.
You don't even know.
You want to be a filmmaker.
Yeah.
I'm not at that age for me where I already
forgot,
figured out
he's-
what I want.
He's only 22 over here.
Yeah, I'm
He's
22.
still a baby, so he's still growing. He's still fitting into his big boy pants. Soon he'll find his.
Yeah, but you still go
his
for
way.
you still go for the younger guy for advice.
Not all the time, just sometimes. Certain things.
But I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do.
Okay.
I know it's something had to do with tech because everything that I find interesting is tech. If it, either video,
Like tech reviews.
photo, animation, drawing, VFX, green screen, all that interests me. I'm working on Blender right now. I'm learning the tweaks of Blender so I can do a little bit of animation.
You want to explain what Blender is for them?
Blender is a software where you can make anything that you think about come to life in movement or animation.
So for other terms,
Animation.
it's like using Unreal Engine.
It's like you can make this whole studio right here, this room, this office, into this computer, make it look exactly like this, and have us come in. And you can have like a camera set up inside the software where you can have like a follow a line, and then you can control how that camera is positioned. So you can make a film or like a cartoon using this animation app. So if I wanted to, I can scan my face, scan Daniel's face, animate it, and then have an animation for it where we are like either laughing or like right now I'm holding the mic and he's biting his nails or whatever, and I can make that into an animation cartoon, or I can make logos. I can make a little short cartoon film. I can make a Spider-Man film. I can do a lot. You can do a lot of shit. Like
you should make some animation films off.
If
this
you
podcast.
guys see Corridor,
the Corridor Crew,
yeah, they use a lot of
shout out to Corridor Crew.
Use a software like Blender, and they use iPhones, cameras to like record a human body. They have a suit that tracks.
They did really good on that,
and they make these animation cartoonish short film that takes regular producers years to make, and they make it in a short period of time. That's what I'm trying to get into, because filming is cool. I want to make myself a short film, but I also want to make an animation. I always like to make it like some type of like either a game or a cartoon or a short film.
Do you want to eventually do this just keep doing it as a hobby? Or are you wanting to do this so you can make money in the future?
I definitely want to do money. I love money.
So you want to make this into a career?
Yeah, I mean, whatever I do end up getting into, I hope I can make a lot of money off of it.
I can see it. I mean, not a lot of people I hear are honestly doing stuff like that anyways, like especially with Unreal Engine. I only know one guy that's been playing with Unreal Engine, but he hasn't. I don't think he does it for his business, so he hasn't been making money off of it. But I do notice that in Southwest Florida, it is kind of hard to find certain clients that are willing to pay for the value of quality that you can get. Cause
and the thing here in Florida, bro, you have a lot of opportunities, because a lot of animation group here. Well, for animation wise, but animation groups here in Florida, they're not good. They probably using their animation. I've seen recent animation where people are like showing me this video that they think is. But you
also got to think about the type of people that are willing to pay.
Yeah,
for this
that's
type
the thing,
of thing,
bro. Like,
not everyone's gonna pay for that.
Like I was saying, people paying for something that's so horrible. Like I saw this animation where it's like the drawing, the whole animation, the people talking, like made no like. I could not understand what was the plot or the twist or anything about it. Mm-hmm. And then they were like no talking. She was like yeah, and then like that kind of bothered me, because like damn, you paid for this and you think this is good? Like no, that's not good. Like a kid made this.
Hey, but it's the fact that someone can at least use it though and create something. That's the cool part, because not a lot of people know how to do stuff like that.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like you tell me,
like the Spider-Man animation. Yeah, that took them 3 years to create, which is like, crazy.
You tell me you gotta study this. You gotta like learn. You gotta put the time and effort. And if it's something you really want to do, then you know. I'm in the shot.
No, I'm talking about your microphone. Oh, a little too not close enough.
Yeah, like this.
No, a little closer.
Like this?
There you go.
You mean I've been holding it like this the whole time.
They gotta hear you.
So you mean that this whole time you couldn't hear me?
No.
And you had the headphone. You couldn't now tell me.
No. I was hoping that you would have noticed it yourself.
I'm not editing this.
I have to correct him. But it's okay. We're getting better. We're learning. No, but that's cool though. I'm excited. I do hope that the whole Blender thing works out for you, because I'm hoping that you can make some money and we can start creating some cool stuff. Maybe if we can create some little something with this podcast. I'm like, because I've seen like Distractable does a lot of their stuff. Or they do like funny bits, or when they tell stories like this, they can do like little animations and
no cartoons, bro.
And I think I don't know if they make money off of it, but they put it like on their Patreon account and everything.
You watch Markiplier, right?
Of course, I love Markiplier.
Okay, have you seen the animation for Markiplier?
All of them, like
did you see the one with the bunk beds?
I think so.
Wait, they were showing like, oh, they're in college on dorm, and they like Mark comes in here like to Bob, hey, I got an idea. Let's put my bed on top of your bed and make it into a bunk bed.
Oh yeah.
And then
I think he said something like he was
so
stuck.
we can have more space. And then they were like, oh, I guess the teacher of the dorm needs to come in here and actually do it themselves to raise. They gotta lower the bed for one of the beds that go into the top because there's not a big height. So the bed they have it when they have it separate, the bed is raised a bit so you could put stuff under the bed. But if you're gonna have it in a bunk bed, you gotta lower the top bed so the person not hit, like the wall's not on their face. So they thought they can do it without the teacher. So they tried to put it on. They didn't lower the bed. They kept the bed high. They put it up there and they realized, oh, the only way to keep this top of the bunk bed up, they need to put these metal rods in each leg. But they didn't have that.
You're funny.
So Mark was saying that, hey, I got a smart idea. Me got big brain. He used the plastic, like, you know how the plastic hangers, you know, the bottom part of the plastic hangers. He cut the edges of the bottom part. So he had this long plastic stick. And he used that as a metal bars for each leg. And he put the top the bunk bed on top of that.
And he thought it was gonna hold.
Yeah, they said that it holds for a whole year. So that's crazy that actually worked. But he said that when he laid up there, the wall like was legit, like his nose was hitting his wall. Like if he sneezed, his head would hit the wall, the ceiling. I mean,
was that even comfortable? Like, how do you sleep?
I don't know.
Like
He
that?
said that he slept like that for a year, but he said that the first
that's
first morning that he woke up from that. He said that he totally forgot that he was up that high, that he was on top of a bunk bed and there was no railings. So he slowly scooted like he was gonna like step on the floor and he just fell completely. But yeah, their animation is funny.
Yeah, I think they hire another person that does.
Yeah,
all the
100%. I mean, they have the money for it.
Yeah,
so why not?
We're not on that level yet.
We gotta do it ourselves.
We gotta do things ourselves, like edit this podcast. I gotta color grade all of this since we're shooting an RC log. But it's pretty cool though. Regardless, I'm hoping that we can do some stuff like that in the future.
Well, I think
because I'm especially hoping once we get the Grove Studios to come out, which that will be determined in a soon to be determined date. We're not gonna officially announce when it's happening, but when we get the Grove Studios, I'm hoping we'll be able to do a lot more creativity and creative stuff. We can set up like a green screen background for you, and then you can start to like learn to get into all that. I'm hoping that I can get like an infinity wall in there so we can do some like really cool shoots and just different looks, and just be able to create, you know. Because I miss getting back into doing stuff like that and like even doing photo shoots. I haven't gotten the chance to get into stuff like that in a while, which honestly it's been hard. Like I think doing this podcast is the only thing that I feel like I've been doing a lot of creative things lately. Because I've been working a lot and you know life tends to get to you fast. But you know you can do the most that you can.
That's all we can do.
That's all we can do, and yeah, and just be grateful, I guess, because I'm definitely grateful. I'm worked my ass off from this job to afford, like literally this whole podcast setup, a new camera, lights, second cam. Like I've been able to save up as much as I can to provide and you know, at least make a good impression on you guys, and for those who are listening. So. We at least have this platform to say something. Yeah. You know, to talk and at least express a little bit of ourselves. Because, like, for me, I'm usually pretty comfortable being on camera. I know you're not as much on camera. This is probably the only time.
Yeah, I really care. When I'm like this right now.
This is the only time you've been on camera. But you made a YouTube channel before. You have a YouTube channel, which I know you don't want to mention it. In. But I'm gonna.
You guys find it.
Let's just say that he does make gaming channels. He makes gaming channels, but
I have a couple out.
He just doesn't show his face. He talks a little bit, but I do
have one, but I'm still working on it. I'm just
he just can't. He currently can't do that because.
But I got some drama. My weekly work drama.
Okay, what's the work drama?
This bullshit job. One of my closest friends. Not closest, I guess. One of my work friends became a snitch.
A snitch?
A snitch. She's a snitch.
Okay, spill the beans.
I told you about this. I told you I was gonna tell you for this podcast.
Yeah, he didn't tell me anything, so I don't even know what's gonna happen. So I'm glad he's finally gonna say.
I could sit down and be on frame. I bet. Yeah. Yeah.
You want to turn towards the camera a little bit?
Okay, so
Speak to the camera. What did this?
This work's name, which I shall not mention her name. Well, her name shall not be named.
Do you want to rhyme her name?
Her name rhymes with my favorite car, Nissan Altima. Not Nissan Altima. Nissan GTR.
That's not okay. I guess that's rhyming.
Like this
I was
car.
say pizza or some shit, but
Let me tell you, this car, Nissan GTR, is just one of the fastest and most deserving, well-known cars. But this
is it now?
This snitch. Let me tell you how the story began.
Okay, tell us.
I am a kind guy when it comes to this job, and I like to help my my fellow coworkers in this job because this job is already horrible how it is, and I like to make it better for coworkers, especially if they're working in my team. So they were running a bit late. The two coworkers. We know who I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
The sister and the brother. Wait, I shall not name their names.
But they'll obviously know.
Just know. I know if you watch this, you can
if
tell
you're
me.
Listening,
if you watch this, let me know you watch this
or
at work.
If you're listening too, because we also have Spotify.
If you listen,
and we're all sorry. Go ahead.
If Snitch, if you're listening to this, let me know at work. We can talk about it. But I wanted to help them. I kind of figured, hey, let me explain it to you how I said it, and then you could tell me if you kind of got the idea of, oh, okay, I should keep my mouth shut or not.
Okay.
But they were running, I think, like 40 minutes late.
Mm-hmm.
So when they arrived, I went to them. They had to clock into the system, the computer. I'm like, hey, fix your time. I'm like, you guys are 40 minutes late. You guys, need the time. You need the money, all that. You put the time all the way to like 7:15. So you don't take money away from you like that. They're like, oh, okay. Both of them like, oh, okay. The brother's cool. He understood. But the sister, I guess she didn't understood. I'm like, yeah, it's just cool. I do it all the time. They allow it. It's fine. Like, they don't ever, like, they never freaking, they told me, the boss of that store told me, it's cool. You could do that. Like, I know you guys work. I'm like, okay, cool. Half of the day goes by, and I'm still working. Now I'm about to take my 15 with her brother.
Mm-hmm.
And then, we in our 15, we like to chill, go outside, do we do what we do. When I come back, me and his brothers are heading back to our stations where it's just back in the warehouse. And then as soon as I get in the warehouse, we hear my manager yell out, Chance! I cannot believe you! And I with her and I laughing. Something my mind told me. Some shit had been let loose. So I told right there, I whispered to her brother, like, snitch. I like, did you snitch? I bet you snitched. And she started laughing. She's like, no, I didn't snitch. I'm like, you snitched, didn't you? I'm like, Mirna, whatever she said, she snitched, right? And Mirna like, who told you could change their time? I'm like, I knew you snitched. And then Nissan, fuck.
It's okay. We'll beep her name.
Bleep it.
We'll bleep it.
Don't be like one of those editors that say, one of those people on YouTube, podcast that be like, oh yeah, bleep this shit, and they never do.
Yeah.
Bleep that.
No, we'll bleep it.
But this girl, I was like, you a snitch. She's like, no, I'm not. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. She's like, yeah, go fix the time for them. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, all right, you guys lost that whole thing. And then I went to the store director manager, which is, the the pizzeria Italian man.
Mm-hmm.
I went to him. I should snitch on myself, but I gave him a file. I was mad. I kind of pissed. I was like, man, she snitched, whatever. But at the same time, I didn't really care. I was pissed for maybe a second, but at the end of the day, bro, I never really told him keep it a secret, and I didn't really care because in the day that was the boss told me to, it's okay to do that. So I was like,
so there just wasn't communication in between.
Yeah, but there was no communication really.
Well,
but I'm not mad at, like I said, I'm not mad at her, but a snitch. Once you snitch, you will always be a snitch.
Well, Nissan Altima, if you were listening to this, don't be a snitch.
Yeah. You know what they said about snitch.
I appreciate that. I know she says she's listening to this, and I know she's one of our big requests.
Hey, now we will know if you're listening to this or not. If you don't let me know.
So I know she said she was one of our requests on wanting to get us on the Apple Podcasts, and unfortunately we cannot get onto Apple Podcasts. I am trying to currently figure out the situation for us. But Apple's being kind of dumb right now. I don't know how to do it. But the good thing is, if you guys are listening, you're probably listening to this on either YouTube, you're watching the video, or you're listening on Spotify, or you're probably now listening to this on iHeartRadio. Yes, we should be on iHeartRadio. I was able to get us on iHeartRadio due to, my skills of understanding how to do all this because, I have no time and I'm really invested in this, so yeah, we're actually on iHeartRadio now. I'm hoping we're on iHeartRadio. I gotta double check. I don't have the iHeartRadio app.
So how do iHeartRadio work? We do just is there a radio station and we should?
I think it's just it's like Spotify. It's just like another. You just look under the podcast section. You type in Weird Friends. For me, I type in Passion Project and just see if we pop up.
Put that in our post.
Yeah. So if we're on iHeartRadio, that'd be pretty cool. I know iHeartRadio is pretty popular, but yeah. Until then, we're not gonna be on Apple Podcasts, unfortunately. If there's any other podcasts that you guys would like us to try to get on, let us know. But till then, Spotify is probably going to be our main hub for now. Yeah. And again, we're hoping to grow with this podcast and see how far we can go.
You will see a couple of maybe little tweaks being added. Maybe a new intro, maybe commercial breaks. We're still trying to figure things out and trying to figure out what we want in this video, what we want this podcast to be.
Yeah, I want to be able to make a Patreon for us too, so then we're able to at least get some kind of payment out of this. Because I would like for the people who are listening, the viewers, to help support us. Donate whatever they can to us to help keep this streaming going. If they want if you guys have any suggestions for topics, or if you want to see some fun segments that we can do to put input in the podcast, let us know, because then we can be more involving with you guys. We can do more creative stuff, and we can really start to implement the weirdness of Weird Friends for us and just talk about random shit. Because like I said, we're still in the growing phase. We're still figuring out how this thing is going to work out. Yeah. Even though me and Jans can talk normally outside of the whole podcast, it's a little different doing it within the podcast because now I personally do feel like I have to overthink things.
Yeah,
but I do want it to sound good. I want it to sound professional.
Your second persona.
It kind of is.
Your second persona kind of kicks in when the camera's in front of you.
Yeah, I like to engage with the cameras.
I can tell that.
And the audio, so
you rarely look at me when we talk. You more looking at the camera, which is cool. It's you.
I mean, I'm doing both. Yeah, I do a little bit of both.
I don't have a problem with it.
I have to show a little bit of love to the people out there as well.
I feel like you shouldn't. When it comes to this weird podcast, you gotta keep your second persona from pushing you from not wanting to say too many things.
Yeah, it's. I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah, it's due time.
It's just a different side, but
how to slow. The way I talk, because sometimes I know I can talk too quick to the point where people won't understand me.
I felt that.
I'm trying to figure out my problems too.
So you didn't see the new camera that I got Sharitha, did you?
No.
So for those of you guys that are listening and watching, I got Sharitha a new camera for her birthday. It was really exciting. It's a camera that I was recommending you, but I know you want to get the same camera as me. But I got Sharitha a R50, which is supposed to be a new R series Canon line, but the size of an M50, which is pretty cool. So it's a crop sensor camera that's got a little bit of the capabilities of my cameras, just doesn't have the C-Log in it. It does have 4K shooting. It's got at least like 7 to 15 frames per second burst shooting for photos. And what's cool is she can actually use these R lenses on her camera.
That's nice.
So I actually think it's really good for her, and it'll be good for her to learn because it's a beginner camera for her. And I got her the creator kit off of Amazon, which was only like $900. It wasn't bad. I might end up investing in one of those, to be honest.
I gotta look at that camera because if that camera is good, then I'm probably
because I'm probably gonna at least end up buying one just for like webcamming. Keep these for going out to film, but the webcam I don't even need a C-Log. I don't use C-Log when I'm using live streaming on like my computer, so I can buy those, keep it in my room, and use that as the webcam as well. But I was telling you, like, it's a nicer camera because it like I said, it does everything it does with these cameras, just doesn't have the C-Log, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's really cool, and I know she loves it. The creator camera, it comes with so it comes with the camera. Obviously, she gets the kit lens, and she gets a little microphone, a Canon brand microphone that comes with her in a little tripod. The tripod comes with like a little remote that she can hit the buttons to record, take pictures, which is pretty cool. I'm a little jealous, but at the same time, I'm not, because
it's a
smaller camera. For me, because I'm a filmmaker, I get into what I use. I wanna know what I'm using, and I know how to use these cameras. I know how to use my Canon R until I can invest into like a newer one, like an R5 or an R6, maybe even R5C if I can afford that. That'd be nice. But I want to get into the higher lines of cinema style and creating these stories. But I think at least a camera like that for Sharita will be good. Plus, she gets to join the Canon family, and at least she can create things herself without having to always ask for me to be there, or if she needs, I don't know, if she needs something for herself to create content with.
Yeah, I wish you have that capability.
Yeah, and I think it's really cool. I'm excited for her, and I'm hoping, honestly, a lot of people get into these new cameras. Like, I do hope you end up getting your camera soon, so then you at least have your own camera to at least practice and keep growing with.
That's the goal.
Because I know you're using mine, and I'm not complaining. You can use it, I still want to use 2 cameras, but
no, I can't.
But I don't. It's not like I can record both anyways by myself. It's too hard. So I'll have to end up having you come with me if we ever go out to like shoot something, or if we're gonna take some pictures. Because I know I'm taking these with me when I go to New York.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna have one camera obviously set behind me to film, and I'm gonna be taking pictures with the other camera. So I'll be able to at least get both sides of content next time, which I wasn't able to get last time. And yeah, I'm just excited. I'm excited. I worked really hard because the first time I got my Canon R, I bought it from Best Buy with a Best Buy credit card, and I was really horrible at keeping up with the payments, and that fucked up my credit a lot. But now that I'm getting better and I got a job that pays more, I bought this new camera that I'm still currently doing payments on, and okay, that was good. So I apologize about that. I don't know what happened there. The camera just kind of stopped recording. I don't know if it's the SD card or we're probably running. Oh, we're about an hour now. So
yeah.
But it was I think we got a good amount of topics. I didn't get to get all of it.
I got one right here.
Okay.
Back to the subject from last episode about aliens.
Aliens. Are you pro alien?
Am I probed alien?
No, pro alien. Like, do you believe in aliens, and do you approve of them coming to this Earth?
This or are galaxy is too big for saying no.
Yeah. What kind of aliens do you think we have?
There's always a yes and there's always a no, but there's never 100% definitive.
You think there's like a lot of human-looking aliens?
I believe there are because, like I said, we don't know exactly how many aliens or how many species are alive.
No.
Because aliens is just a terminology for something that we don't know.
Now let me ask.
We call immigrants aliens.
True.
But
that's
a species. A race. A race or an animal can become an alien.
Yeah.
Because all it takes is for the
but
animal.
I feel like that's just what we word it though.
It's for the animal to look.
Because technically, alien are just supposed to be some or a phrase for something that's not within your proximity in a way. Like that's why they say like
Yeah, but,
Mexicans
like I
are
said-
aliens because they're
Uh-huh.
from Mexico.
But yeah,
they're not
but
from the
like I was
U.S.
saying, all it takes is for a species or an animal. Like, it's just the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all it takes is for a species to look weird for you to be like, that's an alien. But like I said, they could be a human alien, like lizard people.
True.
You
Have you ever seen a
remember-
skinwalker? Or have you experienced a skinwalker before? Did you see that? I don't know if we ever talked about it, but did you see that video with that lady that on the airplane that saw the skinwalker?
Oh yeah.
Where she was like, that
Yeah.
thing is not human.
Yeah.
Bro, okay, so for those of you that are watching and listening, I keep saying that. I feel like I say that a lot. For those of you who are listening and watching, there's a TikTok video of a woman. Apparently, she had this crazy interaction with a man on a plane.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly where this plane was going, but apparently when she bumped into this guy, he had a hoodie on and he was covering his face. And he did something. Somebody said that he shapeshift right in front of her. Another person said that he apparently looked at someone that was filming and like smiled really creepy. And he did something else. He might have did a little shapeshifting.
Like
I don't know.
that one conference woman that a camera guy zoomed into her face, and then they saw that her eye is ever blinking like vertically.
Oh, yeah,
blinking,
it
and
blinked
was
like a lizard.
Like a lizard eye for a sec.
Yeah, that shit's creepy.
Yeah, lizard people, aliens. Like I said, it could be anything.
Scrolls.
But
Scrolls are among
look,
us, guys.
This is what I was telling you about the alien, though. I saw this the video online that this guy was put on using one of those green strong laser pointers.
Oh, like the ones that you can like the red dots.
Yeah, but then he was shining in a star at night, and what ended up happening, the star started shining a green laser back at him.
What?
It was like he shined into the sky, pointing straight, and then it started like doing circling, and it started.
Can you bring it up?
him.
Can you bring it up to the mic again?
Oh, sorry. So it starts. The guy pointed the green laser at the star straight, not shaking or anything, and then all he sees is the green laser pointing like back at him, but not directly at him, but like it's doing a spiral all around until the point where it started pointing exactly at him.
What?
And it disappears. And then other people start doing it too, where they pointing at the star in the sky, and then the star just disappears completely.
What the heck?
Yeah,
It's like a Chicken Little.
yeah,
Like a Chicken Little reference.
It's
right
watching,
there.
it's camouflage.
The skies are falling, and like the aliens are just kind of like covering up the whole skies to believe that there's outer space and shit.
Come in peace.
Hey man, if there are
Come in
aliens
peace,
out there,
Holmes.
you know, aliens are welcome to come out and join the podcast. You know, say what's
We'll
up.
have you as a guest.
We'd love to interview an alien, especially now that we have 3 cameras. I mean, we can put an alien on
you know,
camera.
Guests are coming soon.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have some guests soon, so that's gonna be exciting because we do have 3 mics. I'm gonna hopefully invest in a fourth mic soon, but we're gonna try to bring some guests on and just see, you know, how people can vibe with us.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have some important people. Maybe we'll just have some friends of ours that just wanna
Some
Yeah.
interesting people who have interesting
have
stories.
fun, just, you know, joke around, talk about random things in life. We can geek over certain things. But yeah, maybe we can invite Nissan Altima to be a part of the podcast.
The car.
She can defend
We could park a whole
herself.
car in here and talk about her. I mean, yeah, it's a car.
But yeah, we're about 4 minutes in. So yeah, I guess that's about it. I don't really know what else to really talk about, but
it was a good episode.
yeah, it's pretty good. I feel like we added out, made it last pretty long.
Yeah, we
I think
talked a lot. We talk a lot.
I think your story has definitely added a lot to this, which it helped a lot with the length.
Let me know if you guys like the horror segments, the little daily horror, not daily, but you know, every podcast is a little horror story.
Yeah, I like those.
I like watching little horror.
I gotta
stories.
start figuring out some more like interesting things to talk about more and get into like in-depth research, because I know like a lot of people do stuff like that, and I need to put more effort into this, because I can talk, but if I don't have much to talk about, it's hard to.
Yeah.
Because really, I'm bouncing off of a lot of stuff.
I'm
You're
a
talking
co-host.
about.
I'm ready. You know, I'm here to
So
bounce
but-
our conversation back up.
I appreciate I appreciate you guys watching this podcast again. Thank you for watching. This is the second
Yep,
episode
thank
of the
y'all.
podcast of Weird Friends.
Second.
So you guys can follow us on Instagram under Weird Friends Podcast, and we don't have a Facebook. I don't know if we're gonna make a Facebook, but
Don't
you
know
can,
yet. Yeah.
you guys are can't seem to talk. Follow us on Weird Friends Podcast on YouTube. Make sure you guys check us out on the Spotify. Hit the like and subscribe on this video. Share it if you
Share
can.
it. Ring the door.
Ring the bell notifications. Yep. And again, comment down below what you guys want us to talk about. If you guys want like interesting things for us to talk about. Anything helps. If you want specific people in the future for us to add onto this podcast for Weird Friends, let us know. If you want to be on the Weird Friends podcast, let us know. We have an email you guys can hit us up under weirdfriendspodcastofficial@gmail.com. If I have the time and chance, or one of us will add the little email down below here. It's weirdfriendspodcastofficial@gmail.com. Email us if you want to be on the podcast. Even if you're not in the Fort Myers area, if you want to do a live stream, we can live stream it and record it and add it after. So then you're still technically in the podcast, but
if we don't respond by email, DM me through Instagram.
DM us through Instagram. He'll at least respond. I'm not going to be on social media, so yes. Okay, yeah, I think that's it.
Let's come up with an outro right now on the spot.
On the spot?
They might take us maybe 20, 30 minutes, so
Thank you for being a weird... No, I'm just kidding.
Okay,
Andrew,
so let's rhyme
Bobby,
something with weird.
Just know that we look up to you guys. Yeah. We ain't trying to steal this, but...
Trying to steal nothing.
You just inspire
Weird
us to
friends totally did not come from bad friends.
No.
Okay, let's
We're
think
just
about
weird
this.
about it.
How can we make this a good outro? At least a beginning to a
Thank
beautiful
you for... No,
flower.
I'm just kidding. I don't know. Just... Thank you for watching the podcast.
Thank you for watching Weird Friends.
Thank you for watching Weird Friends. Woo!
Is that good? I
guess so. It just
I was thinking about that one song going... I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh, I don't know the song. Well, thank you for watching. See you later.
Thank you for watching. Peace. And then we're done.
Yeah, that's it. It's not copyright. That's less than 7 seconds.